Hello everyone, in this video we're gonna go through all aspects related to shooting. When I say shooting, it includes clearing or passing the ball. But during this video we're gonna consider shooting because I believe that's where power and accuracy are most important. Any contact with the ball starts with the direction and velocity of that ball. In this first example, the ball is already traveling upfield pretty fast but is heading in the left opponent's corner. I'll hit the ball towards their right corner mostly, but because of its initial momentum, the ball will end up in the net. In the second example, the ball's traveling sideways on the pitch. I'll hit it mostly forward, but it will still end up in the upper right corner of the net. I don't want to spend too much time on this one because it's pretty obvious to everyone, but the faster your car goes, the harder the shot will be. Where it becomes tricky is that the main thing that affects your speed to the ball is your positioning. If you're too close to the play too early, you won't have enough time or space to accelerate into your shot. If you're too far from the play, you won't get there in time. Another important aspect of taking a good shot resides in the point of contact you use on your car. The most powerful will be the corners, followed by the front bumper. What is tricky about this one is that those point of contacts are basically invisible. As you can see, I'm hitting the ball with this yellow box around the car called the hitbox, but it does not correspond to a visible physical point on the car. Some cars have closer representations of their hitboxes than others. The final part is the timing of the flip. This is where you make or break your shot. It is the final moment to readjust your approach and make contact with the right part of the car. This is the single biggest mistake of lower ranked players shooting. What happens is, depending on when you flip, your car will move and change angle versus the ball, which can transform a perfect approach into a totally inoffensive shot for the defense. In the first example, the flip's too early, which will over-rotate the car before the impact and make contact with the roof. In the second example, the flip is too late, so you get no benefits towards your shot. The timing is pretty precise. In this final example, I made a good contact with the corner of the car, but to get this perfect alignment, I flipped exactly 1/10 of a second before making contact with the ball. First thing is for PC players, mostly all ranks under Grand Champion. I suggest the workshop map Aim Training by Coco. At the time of the recording, I do not have a full guide on workshop maps, but when I do, I will link it in the description. When I used to practice on the map, I used to always take the normal setting, put a timer somewhere for 5-10 minutes, and take shots over and over again. We are going to start with gold players and under. All the custom training pack codes will be in the description. The first training pack for today is ground shots consistency. Your ultimate goal here would be to get good contact on the ball with a powerful shot on net. Nothing more complicated than that. For Platinum players, the pack is very similar, but the balls are a bit faster. I would suggest trying to get 90 km per hour or 55 miles per hour in the top section of the net. It is not a hard written rule, but in Diamond it is the type of shots that will be required to score. At Diamond, you probably have a good idea of what a good shot is. If the 90 km per hour or 55 miles per hour top net is too easy, push yourself. Start aiming for the top corners. I did something slightly different for champion players. The type of balls that are going to be free of challenges will slowly get much more complicated to put on net. I chose a single jump aerial training pack. I need you to use your flip to score. Same requirements, around 90 km per hour, 55 miles per hour, plus top of the net. I debated putting a section for Grand Champions, but when I came across this training pack, I had lots of fun with it. At this level, the setup should not always choose what you should do with the ball. It should be the positioning of the opponents you're trying to beat. So maybe top corner, maybe bottom corner, maybe double tap. At this point, you need to push yourself out of your comfort zone. I hope you guys enjoyed. I put a lot of work into this for this 6-minute video. Took me about 10 hours to put together. It was a lot of fun. I would like to make one of these per week, go into detail into a bunch of stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I got through this one. See you in the next one. Thanks. Bye bye.